Hey guys, long time no see. Literally, it's been a year since I've made a video. Maybe not exactly, but like around the same time. I'm gonna chalk my absence up to a very extended reading slump, and hope that's enough of an explanation. So, due to this reading slump, I obviously haven't really read anything unless it was for school, and even that was really pushing it. So, what I did was, after Christmas, after I spoiled everyone else, I took my paycheck, wallied on down to the Barnes & Nobles, and dropped a good $200 on books. Ouch. Not all that bad though, I got a couple good things, and so I wanted to make my first ever book haul video. That's just because I'm really excited and have no one else to talk to about everything I just bought. So, to kick this off, I'm going to start with Eliza and Her Monsters. So, this book is really similar to Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I struggled with this in my bookshelf tour video and I still can't say it. So, it's about a girl named Eliza who's a very famous webcomic artist, author, artist and author. And all her comics are under the name Lady Constellation. She remains completely anonymous. No one knows anything about her except her obsession for the show Dog Days and about her comic, obviously. So she meets this new guy at school and his name's Wallace, and she finds out that Wallace writes fan fiction. But not only does Wallace write fan fiction, he's writing fan fiction about her webcomic. So she plays herself off as a fan, doesn't really let him on to know who she is really, and then her identity is revealed and her whole world gets tip-top upside down. That's all I can say without really giving it away, but I finished this book in 8 hours, which is not that impressive, but I was proud of myself, and I absolutely loved it. It's so easy to get sucked in. I think I'm going to do a comparison video between Eliza and Her Monsters and Fangirl, just because there were a lot of things I liked, and there were very similar themes, and the story was written very similarly, which part of me was like, wow, this is a lot like Fangirl, and another part of me was like, oh my god, I love this book because of how much it's like Fangirl. So, that's the first one. The next book on my list is The Red Queen, the Collector's Edition. Now, I have these little nubby tabs here, because I realized something about this collector's edition, which, just a disclaimer, I've never read The Red Queen, I just really liked how this looked, which is why I chose to get the collector's edition instead of just the regular edition. So this actually, oh, the paper slipped out, contains pieces of fan art within the story, which I don't know if this is going to give something away that I shouldn't see yet, because I haven't read it, but I'm going to flip through anyway and just kind of show you guys. Whoa. Last one. I thought that was really cool. I also like the cover, but the book itself, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. It has like the blood dripping and the title, which I thought was pretty cool. And this is supposed to be about this girl whose name I can't remember. Mary? Might be a weird way to say Mary. I don't know. Me and character names struggle. You think you have it like in your head how to say it. Then you say it out loud and everyone kind of looks at you like, what? That happened a lot with the Vampire Academy, and I was like, Vampire, and other people were like, Depeer. Like, oh, and then I saw the movie and I was like, I don't know if you're wrong or I'm wrong, because that movie was awful. But anyway. And she is a red blood, which isn't as cool as a silver blood. But then she has like abilities. And the king makes her a secret princess and marries her to her sons, but she's like loyal to the red. And that's all I got so far. But I'm immensely interested, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. So, super excited to read it. Next is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. So, I read something else by Lauren Oliver, and I really, really liked it. So I was like, oh, why not? And then I saw the movie for this, which usually I don't watch the movie before I read the book, but I decided to break my own rules for once. And I really wasn't a fan, so I'm very hesitant to start the book, but I'm also curious to see if it's better, because usually that's how it goes. So we shall see. It's basically about a girl who keeps dying over and over and over again, and she can't figure out how to stop it. Yeah. Next we have Stalking Jack the Ripper, which, as you can see, I've started it. I only made it to page 7 because my family members came home and required that I socialize like a normal human being. I am really very interested in like historical fiction. I think binge watching Rain on Netflix is one of my favorite activities lately. So I'm really excited to read about this. I'm gonna just read the back. I didn't want to just read backs of books to you guys, but I actually really like it, so I'm gonna read it because I can't sum it up any better than this does. He murdered women in cold blood. He terrorized an entire city. He taunted those of us who hunted him down. But despite all these horrors, in the end, I could not deny it. I was the girl who loved the Ripper. Like, how does that make you not want to read it? Now, don't get me wrong, it starts off with her doing like an autopsy of a body. And I was kind of a little like, I don't want any parts of that. But maybe if you like Grey's Anatomy, like that's your kind of thing. More power to you. And then I also picked up a second book in that series, Hunting Prince Dracula. No, I'm not going to give anything away, just because I haven't even read the first one. I don't even want to read like the description of this. But I got an autographed copy, and I thought that was really, really exciting, because the only autographed books I have are from when I was a kid. So I thought it was cool to like add to my collection as an adult reader, not, well, a young adult reader, not elementary school me who thought The Tale of Despero was the best thing since sliced bread. Next I have The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde. And it's like leather, and like you can't feel it obviously, but it was like really fancy. It's got the little book tassel, and all the pages are colored. And I've heard really good things about this, but I've only ever heard of people reading it for like class. But I never had to read it, and I really think it'd be interesting based off of what I've heard. The only thing like that comes to mind when I think of this is like the old Alvin and the Chipmunks cartoon, and they do like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Theodore is Mr. Hyde, and Simon's Dr. Jekyll, and it was really weird, kind of creepy, but I'm down. The next one I got is Frankenstein by Mary Shelly, which I'm super, super, super excited about. We learned about her in both of my British literature classes I've taken, and an author came to speak to my journalism class and told us how Mary Shelley is the mother of science fiction. And I got super excited, and it made me really want to read Frankenstein, because I've never read it. I really tend to avoid classics, but I'm feeling that I'm drawn to them, and it also helps these books are stunning. I really almost bought the Barnes & Noble's, well, this is a Barnes & Noble's exclusive, that's what the little sticker says, but they have like the really nice hardcover shiny ones, but they come wrapped in this plastic, and I knew I wouldn't take it out of the plastic, so I settled for these nice little pretty leather copies that I knew I would read, and I might actually have to go pick up more, because I'm crazy. Next we have Grimm's Complete Fairy Tale. I'm a fairy tale kind of girl, always have been. I like them, I think they're great. But I like that the Brothers Grimm is a darker twist on fairy tales. Disney's great, and all my pop figure collection will show you that I love Disney. But sometimes you need to get a little dark and spooky. I guess I'm in that kind of mood. I'm getting Frankenstein and Dr. Jekyll, now with the creepy, 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 creepy Brothers Grimm. I actually went and watched the movie The Brothers Grimm after I bought it, because I was like, oh my god, I want to read it. But I'd already started Eliza, so I was like, gotta commit, gotta commit, gotta commit. Next I have, oh god, this is heavy, The Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy by Sarah J. Maas. Alright, so the story behind this is, they didn't have A Court of Thorns and Roses, the first book, and so my boyfriend said, hey, well, just buy all 3. And I don't think he meant it, but I took it as, yeah, I'm gonna buy all 3. So then I did. I haven't bought a box set in years. The last one I bought was The Hunger Games. And I'm a little disappointed with myself, because I always said the next box that I'd buy was the City of Bone, the Mortal Instruments series with the new covers where all the spines line up and make a picture. But he won't. My boyfriend does not condone buying books I've already read, but I'm going to get there and do it anyway eventually. But I'm super excited to start this. The only thing is I started reading Throne of Glass, and I can't get through it, and I don't know why. because I like it. I'm interested. But we're gonna see how this goes. And I'm hoping I can dive into it a lot. It sounds really interesting. I really like the covers. Ugh. I don't usually like covers with people on them, but something about like illustrated people and like how it's half. I think that's really cool. I just took they came wrapped in like plastic, the whole box, and it's just got that new book smell that I'm super, super excited about. So that is my book haul. Maybe I'll do another book haul later in the month because I signed up to be in Barnes & Noble's member, so I gotta make it worth it, you know? Maybe I'll do another book haul, maybe not. Leave your comments below for any video ideas that you have, tags going around, and